50,000-year-old paintings of aliens. The Wandjina or Wandjina are a very common figure seen in Australian Aboriginal cave paintings. They are most commonly seen in the northwest of Australia, a place called the Kimberleys, which is basically a large oasis surrounded by the harshest desert and wild ocean. Being some of the closest to Australian lands to southern Asia, it is likely that the Aborigines who settled in the Kimberleys were some of the first people to reach Australia over some 50,000 years ago. Some evidence even points to them coming up to 70,000 years ago. Aboriginal Dreamtime stories and cave paintings have often been considered more myth than reality, like the stories we find in the teachings of modern-day religions. But recent discoveries of animal fossils such as the megafauna have revealed that some of these stories were probably once accounts of real-life events, passed down by thousands of generations. So it is not impossible to believe that if these drawings are not based on humans, they could be based on some other real-life thing. The thing that really gets me about the Wandjina is that they are always painted with big dark eyes. There is no shortage of dark pigments, so why, if they were drawing a fellow Aboriginal, did they not make the body dark and eyes light? Why were the eyes always so disproportionate to the face and nose? Why not draw the mouth? There has never been a Wandjina found with a mouth. The story goes that Wandjina came down from the Milky Way during Dreamtime and created the Earth and all its inhabitants. Then he took one look at those inhabitants and headed back home for reinforcements. This was going to be a tricky job. With the aid of the Dreamtime snake, the Wandjina descended and spent their dreamtime creating, teaching and being godlike to the natives. These gods from the Milky Way were so powerful that they didn't need to speak. So they didn't bother to have mouths. They were definite good guys, and are still worshipped and respected top gods to this day. And how many deities can still say that? Eyewitness reports are thin on the ground, but many ancient cave paintings still exist and show eerie creatures with large heads, huge black eyes and suspiciously spacesuit-like garments. In fact, they look just like gray aliens from modern UFO abduction scenarios. Strangely enough, in 1838, a sea captain discovered an amazing treasure trove of Aboriginal artistry, filled with primitive and powerful Wandjina cave pictures. His name was Captain Gray. Coincidence? Question mark. We can't tell you because the Kimberley tribes are very close-mouthed, just like their Wandjina. P. Summary. No matter how much we try to look for answers about alien-looking drawings from the past, there is no clear explanation, apart from the old stories of the past and which gives us here at U. P the impression that these beings potentially were not from this world. There can be no denying the fact that in the human race past there was some interaction with beings that we have no real knowledge of, and all around the world there are reminders of this, from South America, to Egypt and on to Australia. Hopefully soon we will discover who these beings are and will they come back.